Hello, Jacob Clary from AnxietyBot Studios here with our weekly devlog update. Let's see, Monday we released AnxietyBot in Space. It's doing about as well as I expected it to. It's just a little game. It's meant to kill a few minutes here and there when you don't have time to play something bigger and more in-depth. Its sole purpose was to teach me how to release games on Steam, the whole back-end process, so I'm not too terribly upset that it's not doing very well. It's actually doing a little bit better than I honestly expected it to. But it's out now. I'll put the link down in the description for the Steam page if you guys want to check it out. Like I said, it's not very deep of a game. It's meant to just kill a few minutes here and there. Eventually I'll go in and add an update to add a webhook so that we can easily track the people with the highest scores on our future website when we get one. As for everything else, a lot of work's been done on Simulation Breach. I've actually got quite a bit done. Thinking about running a fun campaign to raise a little bit of money for assets and whatnot. Basically, I have like 10 more materials that can be used for the bot that I'm thinking about giving people a chance to donate X amount. You get to pick one of the textures for the bot and name the character. I've already given a few of these bots out. This one, for example, this one is my buddy at Hurgle Studios, Jason. This one's called Hypo. It's named after his hippo character from his game Let's Cafe. Of course, I had to give my son one, so he got this one that kind of looks like Iron Man. We call this one the Iron Cub. And then I have my buddy Ben who donated some Blender courses to us. I'm waiting for him to name one, and then he'll have one, and then there's like 10 more that I could do with different designs. We got this one, which kind of reminded me of Captain America, so this is Major Ameribot. But let's see, what all did we do this week? This week we added in, well, let's just show you. Let me minimize this real quick so you can get a better view, and let's simulate this. So we have the this ain't the main menu, but this is the character selection screen. As you can see, you can switch. I got 4 characters lined up right now. I'll add more later, but right now there's 4 that you can choose from. Let's choose my son's. If you click start, it's going to automatically load into the level, but I do have loading screens, which I'll show here in a minute. But we got this pretty barren levels. They're all square, so we got some work to do on the rooms themselves. But we got these doors that after they open, when they go to close, they switch to that text font. I had to rebuild the enemies, so the dissolve texture is a little bit different than it was. But yeah, once you open the door for the first time, it changes to this glowy, almost matrix style font. And then we added the circuits, which are now you can pick up, as you can see at the bottom right hand of the screen that it counts them. Let's see. We still got to decorate, put in because this is going to be like a simulation of like a robotics laboratory, and this first level's kind of in the basement area, so we got to add some props and stuff. The enemies aren't perfectly done. They automatically go for the player no matter what. That's hence why there's doors everywhere now. We do have, well, it's kind of hard. That one's kind of hard to see, but we have loot boxes now. They don't work yet. I haven't coded them. And I need to fix that too. You shouldn't be able to shoot like that. But let's see. The levels are randomly generated, so every time you start a new game, that number up in the top left-hand corner, that's the seed number for this particular level. It does randomly generate every time that you load in. The idea is down the road, I'm going to put like when you exit this level, you're gonna go to another level that has the typical like white walls and stuff that you would see in like a clean laboratory, like clean like a NASA lab for their space probes and stuff like that. I've got to get 10 circuits so I can show you the other thing. Yeah, there's it's still too dark to see. The chests we're gonna add, or they're added, but they're not coded. Basically, I'm not sure what kind of loot I'm gonna put in there yet, whether it be like abilities, because we're trying to go for a roguelike feel on this game, because we want to, when you exit the level, we want you to go to a shop where you spend some kind of currency. That's probably what I'll put in these boxes, is some kind of upgrade currency. This is I'm glad I found it early. This is the portal that lets you go to the next level. It requires 10 circuits. Only 10 circuits spawn on the maps right now, so and it's random, so you kind of got to do some exploring to find them. I may put a couple in the loot boxes just to be safe, because like I said, it is random. I've yet to run into the problem of not enough circuits spawning in the map, but it could happen, because I still have an issue here and there where the end room sometimes doesn't spawn in. And so we got 8 circuits now, so we need 2 more. So I don't know. I've got to fix that, because I need the end room to spawn in every time, because that's the only way to exit the level. If you get a match where it doesn't spawn in, and you go around looking for all this stuff, finding all this stuff, and then you realize that you can't find the end because there is no end. Right now, when you go through the portal, it just respawns this level. I'm gonna have it either like go to a boss room, like maybe a couple harder enemies in one room, or go to a upgrade room. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that yet. It's like maybe once every five levels you get a boss room, and every other time it's just an upgrade room. And then of course from the boss room there'll be a way to go to the upgrade room. They do damage. Oh, they do damage. It's just kind of touchy sometimes. I gotta tighten that up a little bit. I also gotta add in the hit animation, so that when I get hit, he does kind of react to it. Or when they get hit by the blaster, they kind of, I've got the animations for it. I just gotta figure out how to tie it in. We added elevators, which I'll show that here in a second. I want to clear out this bottom floor first. Oops. I thought he got yeeted off the map. There's a better look at the chest. I'm probably going to use somewhat similar to dissolved material to simulate those being opened. But these work pretty good. And of course there's nothing up here. So I need one more circuit to go to the next level. I gotta remember where that other door is. The blasters on the player characters, I'm gonna make up multiple copies of those so that that actually matches the character you pick. Because that's actually a blaster for Anxiety Bot. But this is just a prototyping stage, so There it is. And we got 10 of those. Go back to that portal room if I can remember where the hell it was at. I wasn't meaning for this to be a very long video. Oh, they're straight in front of me. But yeah, I mean, remember the first time we went to it, it said we needed 10 circuits. This time, if I go into it, it automatically plops me back into the level. Or another random generator level. The first one was 32357. This one's 11180. So it's a different layout, but it's basically the same level. We're going to go ahead and exit out of there. I'm going to show off these loading screens real quick. Standalone game. It'll take a minute to load up, so still a long way to go. We got a lot of stuff I need to do. Like, I need to start working on the abilities themselves, the upgrades, the roguelike portion of it. I need to start graphing out how I want to do those. I know health regen's going to be one, and damage boost is definitely, you know, those are staples. You have to have something along those lines. But I'm trying to think of, because I don't want the blaster to be the main weapon that every character uses. So here's the loading screen, by the way. They'll load into the player selection screen, and then once you pick one, it brings the loading screen back up. The timing on this isn't right. I want it to last until the random generation is done, but it's kind of just touch and go because it finishes like right after you load. Oh, that time it's not going to. So this is going to be one of the very few generations that it hangs up on. I need to go in and fix the code so when this happens, it just tries to regenerate another dungeon. But the loading screen is there. Still needs some tweaking, but it's coming along pretty nicely. Let's see. The enemy characters, we have them. Let's see. Blueprints. Enemies. They've kind of got a decrepit zombie kind of feel to them. But that's kind of going along with what we wanted to do with the whole glitch, you know, the simulation breaking down, and the bots or the bots that are going to be trying to attack you are going to be breaking down themselves. So it's best just to have them already look broken down. Other than that, tried my hand at cinematics the other day. I posted the teaser trailer up on this page on the YouTube, and I thought it looked pretty good for being the first time I've ever done cinematics like that. We'll make better ones in the future, but now I kind of know how they work, so that's always helpful. Oh, I don't want windows. I don't know why it does that. Okay. But like, let's go in here real quick. This is like a prototype of where you would have a boss fight. I made it big because I plan the bosses to be bigger than the player. It's surrounded by water. And if you fall off, it's death. And you get the game over screen, which sends you back to the main menu. But that's kind of the state of things right now. Still like a lot of work to go. The game definitely won't be out till sometime 2026, but I am making a hell of a lot of progress with the prototype version. So I'm pretty excited about the release of this one, and I hope that it does well, because I think it's going to be a pretty fun game to play. Let's go in here. I can show that off a little bit. Go to simulate. But yeah, that one successfully simulated. It built all the rooms. I need to figure out where that since I can't remember where I put that. I'll have to find it eventually, but yeah, it generates the levels. The text up here when it's done, that's just debug text. It'll go away when the final version of the game, but I think it's turning out pretty nice. Most of the levels are successfully generate and work pretty well. I need these guys to actually wander around, and I'm gonna fix that eventually. Right now they just kind of automatically track to the player when the player is in the match. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Still a long way to go. Still a lot of things to make neat and where make it work a little bit better. But I think we got a pretty solid prototype going. I think it's going to be a very, very fun game to play. I enjoy just messing around with it, play testing it as I'm adding features and stuff. Anyways, thanks for enjoying my video. If you enjoyed it, thanks for viewing it. Be sure to check out AnxietyBot in Space. It's available on Steam now. It's only $2, $1.99. I figured that was a somewhat fair price. Like I said, it's a short and sweet game, but it's good at killing some time when you got to kill some time. You got a few minutes to kill here and there, and it's a start. It's a first step forward. So it's not going to be our best work. Nobody's first game is their best work. I think Simulation Breach here is a step towards making our best game, and I hope that you all enjoy it when it comes out sometime in 2026. But for now, swing over, just at least check out AnxietyBot in Space. If you like it, you buy it, you play it. If you run into any issues, feel free to message me on here. I'll put our Discord our company Discord in the description down below too. Just send us a message, let us know what's going on, send us a screenshot or something, and I will 100% immediately fix it. We plan on supporting that game for a while, at least until sometime after Simulation Breach comes out and we start working on our next project. So I do plan on having some updates in the future for AnxietyBot in Space, maybe adding a few more power-ups and stuff like that, different levels, maybe finding a way to slowly update the difficulty the longer you play. But that's stuff that will eventually be added in. Other than that, have a great day, and yeah, take care.